Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It's a lovely day, isn't it? Just lovely. I think it is. So, Wednesday, March 30th, 2022. I don't even know where to start. We got a pretty profound warning today from the United Nations. We got a warning from BlackRock today, kind of along the same lines here. And we understand that, what are we going to get? Another freaking crisis. Something else to just throw more cash at. That's what this whole thing is about. As a matter of fact, let's go over there for a moment. So our illustrious president, I know you don't like the R word. Okay, let me read this to you. Kind of interesting, as a matter of fact. So we understand that nations around the world here are throwing cash like it's going out of style, because it is, over at the Russian-Ukraine war, and it's just not going to stop. So we got this announcement today here from, again, our illustrious president. Now, tell me what this means. So, courtesy of you, the American people, he's going to be sending another $500 million in direct aid to the Ukraine, with $13 billion in supplemental aid. Well, first of all, look, how much of this is actually going to go to the cause? A fraction of a fraction. If 10% make it to where it's supposed to go, that would be shocking to me, okay? It's all going to end up in people's pockets. You know how this game works. It's just so sick. But anyway, so we got, yes, $500 million in direct aid. It's direct. And then another $13 billion in supplemental aid, whatever that means. And then, of course, the billions of dollars worth in weaponry that we're sending over there. It's just, does this sound familiar to you? It should. I want you to ponder what I am saying. Look back on history and where have we heard all this before? Ugh. All right. Anyway, so before we go over to the United Nations and BlackRock, what they're saying here, let's talk about this market. So today, stocks did fall. Not much. NASDAQ fell over 1%, which was surprising. And I'll tell you why. Because if you were watching the 10-year yield, you would have noticed that it came down a little bit. There was somewhat of a fear trade. I don't want to say a full-blown fear trade. Why? Because the Dixie, or the relative strength of the dollar, did drop today. But seeing the 10-year yield fall, that means cash is going to the debt market, seeking safety. It's safe over there. Yeah. So we had some cash bleeding out of the stock market. Okay, whatever. We'll see how that whole thing plays out. People, look, this market has gone literally straight up since the recent low. And we really do need this market to give back a little bit. And what will that do? Establish a new floor. Markets going higher as long as they fuel the debt. And guess what? That's exactly what they're going to do. Yes. So again, billions, hundreds of billions, millions and billions, and this and that, just flung all over the place as they rob people blind by every mechanism they possibly can. Now, this is something interesting here. I want to bring this to your attention. So this morning, we covered in my video how corporate profits are skyrocketing. As a matter of fact, corporate profits are at a new record high. How surprised are you over that? Probably not at all. But meanwhile, this is where it gets interesting. U.S. fourth quarter GDP missed the mark. Well, duh. First of all, our economy is in free fall. The gap between corporate America and the rich people over here and everybody else is going to get wider. Just as the faster that the economy free falls, corporate profits go up, stock market goes up and everyone's doing great. How about no? But that's the lie that's going to continue to be propagated, that people are doing fantastic, tremendous, they couldn't be doing any better than they are. We're adding all these jobs. Meanwhile, real wages continue to crater. Real wages, that is, based against skyrocketing inflation, okay, I think you know that, is cratering literally at its fastest pace ever. Ever. It's not funny, and I'm not making fun of it, but maybe if I sing these things, maybe, they'll stick in your head a little better. I don't know. But again, it's the narrative. It's the fake bullshit, crap, nonsense, buckets full of dog shit and cat shit and bird shit that they want you to keep, drinking, and they're going to keep feeding it to the people. It's absolutely out of control. So let's just step back to the market a little bit. Yeah, so we gave back a little bit today. Whatever. Market does need to fall a little more. Easy money is going to continue to get propped up, is going to continue to, prop up this market. The debt bubble is going to continue to get fueled, and that's just the way it's going to go. Will we get an actual drop in this market anytime soon? I have no idea. All I do know, and all you understand, I think all of us understand, is that global debt is going to freaking balloon beyond anyone's wildest dreams. So what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Again, I always ask that question. You want to be on the opposite side of that trade? You want to be you watch commodities today? Gold and silver did very well. Crude oil, obviously, there was a fake out. Oh yeah, there's going to be talks. There's going to be talks between Ukraine and Russia, and it's going to go really well. How about no? Forget about any talking. As a matter of fact, that's partially why the market got hit today, is because the mainstream media is reporting, imagine my shock, that, the bombs haven't stopped dropping and the attacks are continuing. They're going to prolong this, people. They're going to twist your mind. They're going to convince you of one thing while the polar opposite is going on. It's a freak show. It's a shit show, and you know all that. So, anyway, that's the situation with pretty much assets. Cryptocurrency is still doing well. Bitcoin around 47,000. Anyway, what else did I want to cover here with you? So let's talk about these warnings that we got here. Now, I want to get this right. So the United Nations is warning of are you ready? Catastrophic, their words. The United Nations is warning of a catastrophic food shortage, which will sweep the globe. That's right. And playing right into that, we got BlackRock, one of the largest freaking freaks out here, investment management companies on the face of the earth, and they are also warning about shortages. Duh! Look, real or not, what they're trying to do is raise the specter of fear. They want you afraid of everything. They want you afraid of your own shadow. Whatever they can do to make you afraid of, true or not, like I'm saying, whether it's really going to happen or whether it's just some kind of made up thing to, keep you afraid, they're going to keep doing that, because that is a mind control technique that has literally been used since time. Go ahead, you know what I'm going to say? Immemorial. Time in freaking memorial. They're going to make you afraid of everything they can make you afraid of. Oh, yeah, and we had Bidenstein, Frankenstein, our president. Oh, he's trying to raise the specter of fear that there's not going to be enough of these to go around if we don't throw more money at it. So again, that crisis is being prolonged. We got to throw more money at that. The war, which is going to expand one way or the other. We're sending all these new, what are they called, jackknife or switchblade or whatever the freaking names they can come with, weapons over there. This really should sound familiar to you. Just think about what I'm talking about and look back on history. I know those of you that do follow history, you're probably going, yeah, I see it. And I know you do. I know you do, because you're smart. People that follow this blog, you're all pretty freaking smart. All right, people, look, so that's the story. Let's just see where the whole freak show goes. Look, all this is preordained. You know that it's going to go wherever they want it to. And I'm going to tell you right now, with regard to the debt, you know where that's going. You understand what central banks are doing. You understand the scheme here to continue to create crisis, engineered crisis, fear, raise the specter of fear, turn people into marshmallows so they go sit in some corner sucking their thumbs. They become zombies. They don't know what to do with themselves. And so they can be conquered, and destroyed. Conquered and destroyed. That's what this is really all about. Anyway, let me calm down a minute. Okay, I'm all right. All right, look, so that's it, people. Please share this video. Get it out there. I will see all of you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to get another jobs report. It's going to be fantastic because our economy is doing so well that the Federal Reserve has to keep suppressing rates. They have to nudge the federal funds rate, but they have to keep inflating the debt because that's how great we're doing. You know that. Oh, yeah. Well, corporate profits are soaring. Meanwhile, the average guy and the average girl here in the United States and pretty much around the world cannot make ends meet. They continue to borrow beyond their eyeballs and become slaves. Welcome to a slave planet. All right, I'm out here. See you in the morning.